I made a challenge you've never seen before. You often see gamers attempt to make Pokemon games more difficult by placing self-imposed rules, but I turned this concept on its head and have created a challenge where you create the rules. The ChatLocke. Want to know how it works? For this challenge, I decided to go into familiar territory and play a favorite by going to the Hoenn region, Omega Ruby. But here's the catch. I've randomized the game so I cannot plan ahead. That means starters, encounters, items, TMs, and even trainers are impossible to plan for. Just take a look at my starter choices. I pick up the Licky Licky and call it Impasta because that was supposed to be a Mudkip. So what are the rules? Like any challenge, I need to create some self-imposed rules first. These are core rules that cannot be removed or changed. So what are they? Well, I can only catch my first encounter per route. If I fail to catch it, that's too bad. My Pokemon cannot exceed the level of the next gym leader's ace, and if a Pokemon's HP hits 0, I cannot use it for the remainder of the challenge. Moreover, at all times, I am allowed to have at least the same number of Pokemon on my team that the next gym leader has, provided of course that I have enough Pokemon in my box. A rule cannot be created to stop the game progression. So for example, I cannot be prevented from using Surf outside of battle to progress through the game. And lastly, I must give each Pokemon a nickname. So those are the core rules. But that feels sort of like a Nuzlocke, right? Well, this is where you come in. You see, along my journey, I will be adding to my team. As you can see, I caught a Bellsprout, which I named Spruce Lee, and a Ghastly, which I named Galaxy. Not very powerful Pokemon yet, but they will become more powerful in time. So your job is to stop me from winning this game. In addition to the core rules, I will need you to come up with some crazy rules. You see, I will upload a new video after every gym leader battle to share my progress. If I lose to the gym leader, then you win. Congratulations, you stopped me in my tracks. But if I win and get a new gym badge, then you get the chance to make a new rule. A chat rule. This rule can be anything you think of. You can stop me from using healing items in battle, or ban the use of water moves in battle. I want your imagination to run wild. But for now, let's get back to the journey. After my baby Pokemon joined the team, I met my first set of challenges. I encountered a behemoth in Terrakion that unfortunately went down to a crit. My first failed encounter. Next, this normally easy route had me facing legendaries in Mewtwo and Articuno, which seemed to also have luck on their side. I was frozen in fear. I made it through this part, told my dad I'm not too old to play Pokemon, and caught a Nuzleaf which I named Carlita and a Sharpedo which I named Levi. After making it through the forest, I was dangerously high leveled. Remember I created some self-imposed rules? Well, one of those said that I cannot exceed the ace of the next gym leader, and Roxanne's ace is only level 14. Impasta will need to sit out for a bit. At my last battle before I can challenge the gym, I came across an Aurorus. But this is not any Aurorus. I used Fake Out and Vine Whip knowing I need to take this thing down when the impossible happened. Did I mention that I also randomized abilities? Well, with a quick speed boost, I just hoped that RNG would be on my side, and it wasn't. One freeze dry and we lost Carlita, our first casualty. Not wanting to risk any more Pokemon or over leveling, I go straight to Roxanne and face off against the worst things possible. A legendary in Meloetta. Luckily, Spruce Lee can put it to sleep while I switch into Levi to finish it off. Now the monster, Lairon. I've only got physical attackers and his defense and attack are nothing to scoff at. If I can get through this battle, then I'll have my first chat imposed rule to add. The one that I'll pick is the most liked comment. So please, if enough people can comment and subscribe, I think I could pull this off. 1, 2, 3, and we got our first badge. I'm looking forward to seeing what rule you set for me. I'll see you at the next episode.